Beterbiev, I talked to him. He's very happy to accommodate. So it's up to Canelo, but believe me, I never talked to him.
Bob, can we get your official words on you had a hand in Manny's career by the ending officially?
Yeah, I think, you know, it was one of the great experiences of my career, promoting Manny Pacquiao and his fights. I was with him for about 15 years, something like that. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being. And more than that, I think he'll be a great president of the Philippines because he's honest, he has integrity, and he cares for the people. I mean, the people, if they don't elect him president, it'll be their loss. He should be president of the Philippines.
If Canelo wins,
the UK people not be able to come over here, how's that going to affect y'all bottom line? You know, this is a business for y'all.
Oh, that's not business. There's a point where somebody is your friend and is doing something that is extraordinary, running for president of his country, and I would certainly support him, but I really believe it.
UK people not be able to come, how that's going to affect the bottom line. UK people not be able to come here to watch the fight. How's that going to affect your bottom line on Saturday night with the attendance and all that stuff?
Well, I mean, let me tell you something. I've been after the government to lift the travel ban against Brits and Europeans. And finally they did. But despite me, they lifted it starting November, so it don't help me.
Bob, real quick question. I know everybody want to know this question, but GOT in the red corner box. How you feel about this fiasco going with Teofimo Lopez and Cambosis? How this just blew up like that?
Let me tell you something. It is really a disservice to boxing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Teofimo and Cambosa saw all of this money, and they were happy when the first bid came in. But you have a company in Trilla that didn't know anything about promoting boxing, and it was sort of, I think, a fly-by-night outfit. And I am going to lobby all of these organizations to allow, the only promoters to allow on a purse bid are promoters who have done at least one championship fight in that organization. So at least they have some basis for what to do and what the rules are and so forth. And you know, that's not to cut down bidding. I mean, a lot of companies have done at least one fight, and they can bid. But if they just come out of nowhere, put a couple of dollars down, say they're promoters, and then put a bid in, you get what you got with this whole thing with Lopez and Kim.
Hey Bob, I think you called it the Usyk beating Joshua.
What?
I believe you called Usyk beating Joshua. I just want to get your reaction to the...
Well, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I'm a big friend of Usyk because of Lomachenko. And I've spent a lot of time with Usyk, who's an extraordinarily intelligent guy, very funny, terrific guy. But I also know that he is a master technician, the same way Lomachenko is, and they've been taught by Lomachenko's father. And so I wasn't surprised at all that he did the number he did on Joshua. And if they fight again, the same thing's going to happen.
How's that fight look if it's Fury and Usyk, Bob? How does the fight go with Tyson and Usyk?
Well, again, Tyson, unlike a lot of the big heavyweights, Tyson knows how to box. And that will take away some of Usyk's advantage. However, Usyk really is such a good boxer, and he's a southpaw, and a lot of these heavyweights don't have the great confidence when they fight a southpaw.
We saw Tyson have some problems with Wallen last year.
You saw that, right? Exactly. I mean, that's why Eddie Hearn is doing that fight with Dylan White and Wallen the end of the month, and he thinks it's a cakewalk. Wallon's going to win the fight. I mean, easy. He's going to win the fight.
How's the fight going to go down? What round is he going to knock him out?
That I don't know, but I know that Tyson's going to go out to put a... Listen, if you're a smart guy like Tyson, a gun that can shoot you at any time and knock you out and devastate. Wilder has a gun with him all the time. I don't mean that, a gun being the
right
punch.
hand's a bazooka.
Yeah, right. And if you stay around long enough, he can land that punch, and it's a devastating punch. So what do? You try to get him out early and to beat him down so he can't shoot you with the gun.
Hey Bob, Crawford and Porter, can you just promote that real quick?
Yeah, Crawford and Porter, that's a terrific fight. It's almost sold out. I mean, it's a real fight, I think Crawford. So it's a terrific fight, and it could really go either way. But it's a fight if you have any kind of interest in boxing, it's a fight you want to see.
Yes, sir. You think the winner could get Josh Taylor at 147?
Terrence is a free agent after this fight. What's the chances of him re-signing?
Look, Terrence is a free agent. What we've done, and that we've hurt the sport, is sign these long-term contracts with the fighters. Throughout the great years in boxing, Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, Duran, it was one fight by one fight. So obviously, if Terrence wins the fight, and I come up with a good second act for him, he's going to sign for that second act. If I don't, some other promoter does, he'll sign with that other promoter. That's the way it should be.
So if Fury wins, what's next for him?
Yeah.
If Fury wins, what's next for him?
Well, that, again, the truth is that we have punted all of the talk about the next fight for Fury until afterwards. So I haven't got a foggiest idea.
It's not Usyk?
Until I talk to Fury. I mean, what good does it mean what I want to do, because it's what the fighter wants to do. And what he wants to do, I'll have to talk to him after the fight.
How difficult was it to negotiate the Porter Crawford fight?
No, very easy, because we've established a good relationship with PBC. They're good guys, and we made a deal that everybody liked. PBC, ourselves, Porter, and Crawford. So the fighters are making a lot of money, and there'll be a lot of money to divide up with the fighters.
Bob, what do you think of the Canelo Plant situation and the push?
Well, I think that got carried away. That's no good. But that's another good fight. I mean, Plant is not easy. Plant's a good fighter. I mean, Canelo, I think, is great. But that is a really interesting fight to watch.
Did you take anything from that presser, that confrontation?
Nah, that's bullshit. It just got carried away.
And lastly, what improvements, if any, do you expect from Deontay? I know you think Tyson's going to win, but what do you expect from Wilder?
I have absolutely no idea.
All right, guys. What do you expect next from Teofimo Lopez?
I think Teofimo, hopefully, he'll get that Camboza fight on. I think the second bid was Eddie Hearns' Matchroom, and I talked to Eddie, and Eddie said he wants to promote that, do that fight. Good, we'll get that fight, and then I'll move Teofimo up to 140, and we have Josh Taylor out there, and a lot of great 140-pound fighters.
So Oscar Valdez is guaranteed to fight the winner, Jamel Herring, Shakur Stevenson?
Nobody is guaranteed anything. After the fight, if whoever wins the fight, Shakur or Jamal Herring, I'll sit down with them and see if they want to do the